Now here we are at Historic Auto Attractions in Roscoe, Illinois, and I'm going to show you guys a pretty cool exhibit on John F. Kennedy. Now there's some very one-of-a-kind items here that, in my opinion, this place rivals the Smithsonian, as I've said many times in other videos, but this place, you can't touch this in terms of, it's not a whole lot of people know this museum's here. It was a private collection by a business owner, and these people that run this are just fantastic. But this is John F. Kennedy's 1962 Lincoln car that was used to visit troops in Fort Stewart, Georgia during the Cuban Missile Crisis. Over here is the 1962 Checker Marathon Dallas taxi cab. This was the getaway car that Lee Harvey Oswald took after he left the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository. He walked out the front door, hailed down this cab, and had the driver William Wayne Whaley drive him back to his rooming house. It's a pretty historic day, a pretty historic vehicle. But yeah, right back here, Lee Harvey Oswald would have spent some time right after that hectic day. Now I know there's a lot of people out there that have a lot of conspiracy theories about what happened, and none of us were, if we weren't there, none of us really know 100%, but the history books have pretty much proven what's happened. Here is a rosebud from Jacqueline Kennedy's bouquet from that morning. That's a pretty famous photo. You can see her carrying the flowers, but that's one of the flower buds. Now over here, this is the car that was behind the car JFK was shot in. This was the Secret Service parade car. It's a 1956 Cadillac, and this is the only one of these that still exists, that I believe. But this is real history. Pretty phenomenal. And this car up here is a reproduction built to the exact specifications of the car Lincoln was in when he was shot. This is a one-of-a-kind reproduction, but this car was also used in about a dozen movies about John F. Kennedy and the assassination. So pretty cool. And in here we have a lot of random odds and ends. We have Joe Kennedy's Harvard yearbook. Let's see where, there he is. Show you guys right there, Joe Kennedy, Class Day Committee Chairman. We have John F. Kennedy's watch. There's some White House cards. Now there is just so much stuff to see here. There's Kathleen Kennedy's wristwatch. We got John F. Kennedy's golf tees. As you can see, they're personalized, like pretty much anything is for a president. We have JFK's golf ball. And they have documentaries going right now explaining a lot of the things that happened based on the artifacts that they have. This was a hat that was worn by JFK in 1960 at a campaign event. We have some swatches that were sent to JFK by a tailor so he could pick a new suit. Another JFK hat, and a picture of him wearing it. Inaugural ball. We have the inauguration of JFK and Lyndon Johnson. Here we have earpieces and a lot of different things that are pretty cool. Dictaphone. I'm not exactly sure what that is. Should probably look that up. There's a section of wood from JFK's inauguration platform. There's just so much stuff here. Here is a suit and jacket that he wore to his inauguration ball. Hopefully the glare is not too bad on this and you can actually see this a little bit. And there's his shoes. This is the bunting that was over the inauguration platform, January 20th, 1961. Inaugural ball guest packet. So when they would have been invited to the inauguration, it would have had the invitation and kind of the information about it. inauguration tickets, a copy of the inaugural dress. Just a lot of information, a lot of signatures of people related to the Kennedy administration. It's John Connally, Texas governor, who was with Kennedy in the motorcade. An invitation to the Dallas Trade Mart the morning of Kennedy's assassination. Now, this is one of the cooler things here. This is a piece of the limo, the bloodstained seats where JFK was sitting in that limo. There's not very many of these out here. I have seen some of these go up for auction. They are not easy to get. There's not a whole lot of them out there, but they did tear out these seats and they rebuilt this limo, and it was used by a couple other administrations. They have original negatives here of different things. They have the contents of JFK's briefcase that he carried with him in Dallas. There's different letters and briefings and things from Secretary of State and different pamphlets. There's some things from the Sheraton Fort Worth, which is where he spent his final night. We have Air Force One press passes. And these were taken from JFK's desk at Air Force One. Eyeglass case. So many things. Now, here is the eyeglasses that were worn by Evelyn Lincoln, who was JFK's secretary, while Lyndon Johnson was being sworn in as president. This famous photo here, if you've seen it, she can be seen with those glasses kind of in between the two of them. But a very famous photo. So kind of makes them famous glasses. Here's other documents from JFK's Oval Office the day after. Pretty sad and haunting seeing some of this stuff. But it's awesome that it still exists. There's a section of wood from where Kennedy gave his last official speech. Brooks Air Force Base in San Antonio. And this is Dr. Berkeley's bag. His medical bag. That was Kennedy's personal doctor. Carried it with to Dallas. Evelyn Lincoln's purse and things that she carried on that fateful day. Now, I'll show you one more thing. This is the O'Neill ambulance that took Lee Harvey Oswald to Parkland Hospital, the same hospital they took JFK to, and he was actually in the same trauma room. But this is just after Jack Ruby shot Lee Harvey Oswald, he was loaded in this ambulance right here, and this is where he is thought to have taken his final breaths, right back here. As you can see, there's a photo right here on the wall of Oswald being loaded into the ambulance. Pretty spectacular. Now there's so many things, more than I can show in just one video, even just on the JFK. There's Officer Nick McDonald's uniform, Jack Ruby's suit jacket, Jack Ruby's guns, his shoes that he was using when he shot Oswald, his hat, and all these things were obtained from either major auction houses when these things went up for auction, or from the families of these people once they passed away. But absolutely awesome. And this is the window that was removed as evidence, or the window that Oswald shot Kennedy out of, 6th floor of the school book depository. That is in FBI's evidence. This is the window that was next to it. Sorry about the reflection there. But yeah, this is the JFK exhibit. Once again, this is Historic Auto Attractions in Roscoe, Illinois. And if you ever get a chance to come out here, by all means, please do. This is just this is probably the best kept secret in this country. Not a lot of people seem to know about this museum, but the amount of things that they have, the one-of-a-kind pieces of American history, is just absolutely phenomenal. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.